In the last episode, we made it to Ely, Nevada to spend time with friends. This area is an overlander's paradise. We saw incredible scenery, explored ghost towns and historic mines, and even found snow. We started our time in Ely at the Northern Nevada Railway Museum with a ride on a historic steam engine.
Very expensive.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The trip was about 90 minutes, and it takes you to the large-scale copper mine, the Robinson Mine, which is very impressive. You're free to wander around the rail yard on your own, but we joined a tour of the maintenance shop. We learned that each steam engine has to be completely dismantled and put back together every 15 years, and the process takes about 3 years to complete.
If we have any derailments today that we can't fix with the locomotive itself, this here is what we bring out.
Next, we made our way just outside of town to the Ward charcoal ovens. They were constructed in the mid-1870s, and each oven has the capacity of 35 cords of wood, which was burned for 12 days to produce 50 bushels of charcoal per cord. The charcoal was used in the smelting process of a nearby mine. Each filling of these ovens requires tree crop from 5 to 6 acres of land. Eventually, charcoal was replaced by coal, and the charcoal industry faded. We made our way up to a scenic lookout with incredible views for miles. having lots of fun here in eastern Nevada, seeing all the sights. Got to ride the train. That was really fun.
Steam train.
Steam train. And now we're going to do a little off-road. We are headed to Hamilton Ghost Town first. Really pretty. So this is the end of the road for us. We're going to try another way around. It probably doesn't look bad on camera, but it's really off camber and icy snow, so we can't quite make it. We'll look for another route. Using Gaia GPS, I was able to find an alternate road that would get us to the Hamilton Ghost Town without backtracking all the way to the highway. So we just scouted out this alternate road, and it looks pretty good so far. We're going to try it. I'm out of breath because we're between 7,500 and 8,000 feet here, but we'll keep you posted on this road. Well, our shortcut worked, and now we're on another road to try and get to Hamilton Ghost Town. Hamilton formed in 1868 following a huge silver strike. By its peak in 1869, Hamilton was home to 12,000 people, and there were 29 attorneys and 2 saloons for every lawyer. Now we're under the hatch because it's pouring down rain. By 1870, the silver ore was in decline, along with the town. A large fire in 1873 destroyed the business district, and within the next few years, the town was abandoned. I'm taking shelter in this little brick building because as soon as we got here, I made a little lunch tray, cheese and cracker tray, and we ate, and then it just started pouring down rain and it's kind of hailing. But I wanted to see some of these buildings, so I'm just going to hang out in this one until it hopefully stops raining soon. There's a power wagon. There's some kind of modern building here too. It looks kind of abandoned. A little rainstorm was unfortunate because we didn't get to see everything, but it was a neat little ghost town. And we are now headed to Belmont Mill. The Belmont Mill was placed into operation in 1926. The mill produced lead and zinc ore. It operated off and on throughout the years, closing for the last time in 1967. The Belmont Mill is a perfect example of a turn-of-the-century Nevada mining operation that has survived better than most others out there. You can still see the aerial tram that delivered ore from the mine to the mill, and there are ore carts still full of ore waiting to be processed.
It's a giant pack rat nest.
Trey braved the rickety staircase up to the top floor of the mine, where tram lines enter the mill. Thanks, Trey. I wonder why they're all upside down. You could stay here for days and still not see it all. Such an incredible place. Today we are attempting to do a scenic loop road. This one's higher elevation than yesterday's road, and we did run into a snowdrift yesterday, so we're not sure if we're going to be able to complete the loop or if it'll be an out and back. It's supposed to be really pretty though. We'll take you along. Success Loop is a 38-mile scenic drive that takes you through an aspen forest and then up over 9,000 feet elevation with stunning views. This time of year the wildflowers were in bloom and the snowmelt made for a few water crossings and muddy spots. The Jeep is overheating and not cooling down.
Well, looking for an extra relay for painting. And it's right here.
You know what? It feels more
Where?
it gives it
Oh, more of a click in there?
more of a hard click when it came on. The other one was kind of soft. I guess that's the best word.
So changing the relay for the fan worked. We had an extra, but if we didn't, Trey said he would use the horn relay, and that would have worked too. we made it up over 9,000 feet and we're starting to see snow. So we'll see if we can make it through the rest of the way. At the end of the Success Loop, you'll find the quaint town of McGill, and you absolutely have to stop and take a tour of the McGill drugstore. It operated from 1915 to 1979 and closed when the nearby Kennecott copper mine closed, with its entire inventory still intact. The store was closed when we arrived, but a note on the door with a few phone numbers said to call for a tour. I called, and although I was interrupting his lunch, Keith came right down and opened the store for us. He's a wealth of knowledge and has a real passion for preserving and sharing the history of this place. He grew up in McGill, and he was able to find record of his very first prescription in the extensive records that they have. I'm so glad we got to see this place. It was definitely one of the most interesting stops on the trip. We came up to this place called Garnet Hill to do some rock hounding. And it's supposed to be good to do this after a rain, so it rained really hard earlier this afternoon. We thought it'd be perfect timing, but it's really raining up here and there's hail, so we're kind of waiting out the storm. Our final adventure in Ely was a trip to Garnet Hill to search for red garnets found in the rhyolite rock in the area. There are some great views of the Robinson mine from up here.
Try to turn it.
Might have to. Seemed like our fan clutch was a little weak. The E-fan kind of made up for it. And we're staying cool, but we're getting ready to head to hot weather. So Napa had one in stock, so we're throwing one on.
Oh, this half inch.
We said goodbye to Earl and Allison. They were the most gracious hosts. I don't think we've ever eaten so good. We will be back because there's still a lot to explore in this area.